My name is Fran Scibelli. I'm the owner of Frans Filling Station in Dilworth. I've been in, this restaurant is almost 10 years old. It'll be 10 years in June. But I've been around in Charlotte in the restaurant business a long time. So in February, it is 2 years ago now, I went to a routine doctor's appointment and he took some blood work, and the next day he called me and told me that I had end-stage kidney disease and that I needed to check into the emergency room right away. End-stage kidney disease, as I said, which means that my kidney function is less than 5%. So it was kind of shocking, as you can imagine. And I was able to go without dialysis for about 4 months. And then unfortunately I got the shingles and that kicked me into needing dialysis. So I've been on dialysis for about 1.5 years. And basically the only cure for what I have is a kidney transplant. So I am on the donor list, but the quickest, fastest, easiest way to make sure that that happens is to seek a living donor. I've had some people volunteer to be living donors, and unfortunately for one reason or another, they haven't been a match. But I really want to widen my search to try to find a living donor, get a transplant, and obviously go back to being a healthy person. I have some wonderful customers, but among them, I have a woman who's about my age who volunteered to be a donor for me. And she went through all the testing, which was rather extensive. And then ultimately, unfortunately, she found out that she had an electrical issue with her heart. So even though she was really healthy, a runner, it prevented her from being able to give me the kidney. So sadly, I was unable to use her as a donor. I've had a couple other people volunteer and they haven't been able to do it for one reason or another. But of course, I'm completely grateful for people trying. But I'm still trying to find that lucky person who will be able to give me a kidney. And I've had a couple of my servers, want to do it. But, wanting to do it and actually getting to the transplant center and filling out the paperwork and going forward is another thing. I recognize what a commitment it is. And of course, not only will I be grateful for life, there's free food here at Frans for any person who's a match. One thing that I had seen or been told about was people who use various ways to try to get a kidney. I read about the person who wore a t-shirt in Disney World saying he needed a kidney with the blood type. I read about a young boy who wrote to President Trump that his dad needed a kidney. So honestly, it just occurred to me that if I have a small following in Charlotte, just because I've been in the food business for many years, that if I have an opportunity to use that, I do want to put it out there in the universe that I need a kidney, because if I don't, nothing's going to happen. So I feel like if I'm lucky enough to have the opportunity to have people who care about me in the community, I would like them to know what's going on. Even though up till now I've been really private about it, I would like people to know that I have a need, so that if by chance it's something they're interested in doing, if they don't know, they can't help me. And this is just my method of trying to get as many people in the community to know about my situation. So if they want to help me, they can. There's so many people on the transplant list and there are not as many donors, So, and there's also something called the kidney swap. So if somebody wants to give me or anyone a kidney and they're not a match, they can give someone else a kidney and the transplant center will find me a kidney. So the two things will happen simultaneously. So even if you want to donate, it doesn't have to be to me. There's someone out there, if you're a match, and they will get me a kidney. But just in general, donation is an amazing thing.